Hello everybody. Before I begin, I would first like to thank you all for giving me your time today to talk about a growing concern of a growing problem in America and really for the entire earth. For those who don't know me, my name is Kyle Price. I grew up here in Youngstown, Ohio, and I'm a student at Hawking College and a major in fish management, aquaculture science. Growing up, I've always admired the beauty of nature and always pretty much had the urge to protect nature and our environment. So I decided to take this time today you've all given me to discuss an issue that's been an issue that concerns us all. That concern being littering, a common form of pollution that is extremely detrimental to our environment and involves not just everyone here today, but the entire population of Earth. In the United States, a recent survey conducted by the EPA, which is the Environmental Protection Agency, estimated that there is 6,000 tons of trash littered every single day in America. That's 2,190,000 tons of trash being littered every single year in America. In comparison, that's like about 2 million small cars dispersed throughout our landscape in America every single year. Littering is a very often overlooked form of pollution that affects us and the environment in many negative ways. And if it doesn't now, it will eventually down the road. That's why I would like you all to keep an open mind and try to soak up some of this information I give throughout this speech. I asked you all to come and listen to this speech specifically due to the fact that we all have to observe nature and share the environment in some way or another together. You know, some of us here are outdoor sportsmen. Some of us may just like taking walks or taking walks outside. Some of you may not even enjoy nature at all, or what the nature has to offer at all. The main fact that is, it is possible that some of us do enjoy the outdoors, and for those that do enjoy the environment, like myself, most likely like to enjoy it in a healthy state. But if everyone keeps littering and throwing indisposable trash on the ground, it's eventually going to pollute more and more and destroy the beauty and health of our environment as we know it today. For my speech, I'll be actually giving this at Mahoning County's Mill Creek Park. I chose this location for us all to gather today due to the sheer beauty of the park and what it's supposed to represent. The park is a public place that we can all go to enjoy nature, and it's sad we can come to a place specifically designed, to enjoy the outdoors and enjoy the beauty of nature. And you can walk 10 yards from where you park. There's a trash can right over on your right, and there's cigarette butts and all other sorts of trash littered all over the ground. It's the sheer laziness of us Americans today that destroys and pollutes places just like the one I'll be giving the speech at due to littering and other forms of pollution. I know some people think it's just one time or one piece of trash, but if every single person starts to participate in littering, these public areas that we know and have come to love are going to be shut down. Our environment really pays for it too. And it's unfair to participate in littering when there's so many people that really care about the environment and really just try to respect the rules, and there's constantly other people breaking them. It's just unfair to ruin someone else's opportunity to enjoy nature by participating and neglecting the environment through littering. And I don't want to point fingers at any particular group because it's a problem with people of any type of background or any type of lifestyle that participate in. But I know we have a few smokers that will be listening to my speech, and tobacco users, and or at least know a few that may or may not litter. And I just want everyone to know cigarettes are the #1 most commonly littered item in America today. Well, at least according to recent surveys. And there are many reasons why that cigarette users commonly litter, at least many excuses. Some people believe that cigarettes are biodegradable and that there's no harm in tossing a cigarette out the window or tossing it, as you're walking down the street. And let me be the first to tell you that's a gigantic myth. Different groups have done different studies, and let me be the first to tell you that that's definitely a false statement. The fact is that there's a type of material in the filter of a cigarette butt that never fully breaks down, making them a non-biodegradable object. And if that's hard to comprehend, I advise you to do your own experiment in a secure fashion, of course. See for yourself. I promise you that experiment will last an extremely long time, and you may not even ever be able to complete it. Another reason smokers may commonly litter is they may not know what else to do with their cigarette butts. Now, there's many ways you can properly dispose of cigarettes without littering them on the ground. And most include an ashtray or a garbage can of some sort. Now, there's even nowadays ashtrays that will fit inside your pocket, and they're smaller than your cigarette pack. And it's a perfect way to properly dispose of your cigarette. Pretty much anything that you can find handy, you can put your cigarette butt in. You don't have to toss it on the ground. It looks extremely bad in our environment. It's also not does it just look bad, but it's also harmful for our environment. All the carcinogens in cigarette butts, after they're sitting outside for so long, they eventually leak into the ground and into the soil, and those chemicals, they'll gather over time, and they could even eventually leak down into our water table, and it will toxify our water. It all happens in small increments, but that's just how it starts. Over time, if these toxins build up, it could have devastating effects on our environment. And, that's something that maybe our environment cannot recover from. If a cigarette butt hits your lips as a smoker, you should be responsible for what you do with it. There's a lot of things I could say with this speech, a whole lot of ways I can go, but I just really, it's something I strongly believe in, that you shouldn't litter. Earth is, this is your mother outside, you wouldn't want to beat up your own mother, so I don't know why you would want to constantly put trash on the ground. I don't want to go too far with this speech because I feel like I can really take this on for a long time. I may be scattered with it, but I want to leave you with a quote by Margaret Mead. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. So you should, if you could, and you should be the first to stop littering if you do. Or if you see someone littering, make a comment to try to change that fact. It's the only thing we can ever do, really. We can't just do this to our environment forever, and we're gonna pay for it eventually. But that's all I got for you today, folks. Enjoy.